Hi, Read 180 students. Going over our lesson 3 for the days of September 16th, 17th, and 18th. And our learning target today is to become familiar with Reading 180 software and complete a reading interest survey. And then I also just want you to become aware of Lexile.com and how to use that as well. Okay, so our schedule for today's lesson is make sure you complete that quick share question on Google Classroom, which most of you have been doing an awesome job on that, so keep it up. We're going to review some software expectations and procedures. Now, if you have not done the reading inventory, you probably have not got on software. So I have a couple of that you have done it. Good job. I know the website is not the most user friendly, and especially with iPads, so thanks for being patient with that. The rest of you need to get it done, so make sure you're getting it done, otherwise you will not be able to start. Okay, and then you're going to take a reading interest survey. Will let us just know some things that you know about yourself as a reader, likes, dislikes, things that you might be interested in as we get going. Especially next week, we're going to add our next component of that independent reading piece. And so this will be good information for you to think about what it is that you might want to read about or what kind of books you want to try. Okay, and adding Lexile.com to our home screen will be another piece that you'll do. And again, that will help you, again, during the independent reading next week. Okay? Closure will just have 3 quick questions, candy quiz, and we'll see how you do with that one. Okay, just to wrap up. Okay, so just kind of going through here, software expectations. Now, some of these will apply to you at home, but some of them will maybe just be for the classroom. No matter what you're doing, you want to start immediately so you can get as much as you can in those minutes that you're doing each day. Focus on your screen. So make sure you're in a place where you're doing software that you can do your best the whole time. This is something at your level that's going to be challenging. You can't do it while you're watching TV. Okay, so find somewhere where you can sit and do your best. Okay, be responsible with your headphones. That's for people that are coming in person. We know they're expensive and we want to take good care of them. Okay, answer questions thoughtfully. You're going to see as you watch the videos today that many of these questions that you answer are graded. So you really want to put your thought into that first answer you select. Okay, and always try your best. This is going to be huge this year. Software is going to really help you grow. All the research I've done as far as being distance learners, if you're doing your job on software, you're going to see progress. So trying your best each and every time you're on there. Okay, first I want to just kind of show you some data that I receive back. Now this is just an example, so this is not any of our student scores, but just as I am looking at your times for each week, this is an example class, and you can see over here on the left side would be where I see names. The ones that have just the dots or the hyphens mean they have not took their reading inventory, so their data is not there yet. They haven't started software. You can see what level they're at according to where they've tested for reading inventory. You can see how many times they've logged in this week, how many sessions. Okay, segments are all those zones you have to get through, so no one obviously has finished yet. Okay, I can see how many total minutes students have logged. Okay, here, where it says time minutes, and then how much average time they're on each session. Okay, so some are a little bit low with that 7 and 9 minutes, and then some are getting closer to that 20 minutes. Okay, and then how many about times are they getting in per week? Reminder, you need 20 minutes per day, 100 minutes per week. Okay, that's about the time. This next page is how you're going to receive your grades. So again, over here on the left side would be the names. And now since students are just starting and going through these first zones, this is the percentages I'm talking about. So the people with 100%, when we get through our grading period, will have 10 out of 10 for like the Explorer Zone. But this guy who is at 50, or this student, I don't know who it is, would have a 5 out of 10. Okay. Same thing would be in Reading Zone. Now, as these other zones with hyphens, they just have not got there, but in 2 weeks certainly should be getting to those, especially since these are only like 2 to 4 times that students have logged in, and you should have a total of 10 at least when we get to the end of the grading period. Okay, so that's just kind of a heads up on what to expect for the data that I'm going to be looking at, and I'm checking pretty periodically just to make sure everybody's kind of doing their job at home. So if you get a note from me that says, hey, I've seen that you haven't been in long, this is what I'm looking at. Okay, with that, I'm going to show you 3 videos you need to watch. These videos are software tips about each of the zones. So I'm going to click out of my slideshow here, and I'm going to go into Google Classroom, into your Google Classroom, and show you. So the 3 things that, oops, I'm in Google Classroom, sorry, just on a different one, that you're going to really want to make sure that you watch are from here. So I'm in Read 180, and they're in both classes. It's under classwork, and it's under this week's right here. And it's software tips, videos, and slideshow. So you're going to see 6 videos. You need to watch each of them. I'm not going to record them on here because they're already on here and the video would get super long. And at the end is the very same thing from these videos, except it's on a slideshow written out. So if your mom or dad wants to read it while you're working on software, then they sure can. Okay, just another way to get that information. These are really important to watch because it's going to tell you how you're going to have the questions that you're going to be graded on, the questions that will be graded, and some tips for you to do your best. Okay. Once you've watched those videos, the next thing you're going to do is that reading interest survey. It says assignment, exclamation point right here. You're going to open that up. Oops, I'm on the teacher side, so it looks a little bit different. I'm going to make sure that, oh, it's on there. Instructions I want to go to. Sorry, that's why I was goofed up. And on here, you're going to go to this link and open in Safari. And then it's going to say you need to sign in so I know who it is. So you're going to sign in with your Google email right there. So obviously this is my son. I don't want to sign in with Cooper's, but you would sign in with yours on that one. So I could even say I'm going to use another account if someone has it on yours, but you shouldn't. You should be able to do your own. Okay. And I'm just going to get out of here so you can continue on with that. Okay. Once you're done, you can mark as done, and that would be just by going here. And I'm sorry, I'm seeing the teacher's side, but you could, under here there's usually a mark as done, but since I'm on the teacher side, it's kind of looking a little bit different. If you don't want to, I get all the information back, so don't worry about that. Okay, so this is due by Friday. You need to get that reading inventory done as well. Kind of backtracking here. Okay. Now I'm just going to go back to our slideshow here real quick so we can just review for the day. So kind of just disregard any of this, please. I'm just finding my information here. Okay. Okay. So far we have done the reading interest survey, or you have done, okay, or know where to find it. The last thing, or next thing I want to talk to you about is Lexile.com. And Lexile.com is just a tool that you can use. Now I know you can't scan the QR code, but you can definitely type into Safari Lexile.com. And if you can't, don't worry, I'm going to send this out to as a document. And when you get there, you're going to get to a screen like this. And if it comes up kind of a different screen, what you really want to look at is find a book, that one here on the side. Now mine is blue and highlighted, but yours won't be. But it's that first one. And then this spot right here lets you type in any book to see what your level is. And this will be really important next week. So we will go over this a little bit more next week, but those of you who have been in Read 180 kind of know what this is all about. And I just wanted to show you that. And then you're going to add that Lexile.com to your home screen. So this is what I want you to do. You're going to get out of Google Classroom. You're going to open Safari. See, now mine is already on Lexile.com, but if it's not, I can type in Lexile.com and go, and I get here. Now you're going to get the screen when you first just type it in. But you want to go to, and I'm going to search site, book finder. Search. And it's this quick book search, so I'm going to go here. Oh, and there I am. Okay, so when I add this to my home screen, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to scooch over, add to home screen. Now, 6th graders, I know yours might look different. It just might say the words add to home screen. You're going to add that here, and you're going to add. Okay, and this will be a tool that we will use next week. Okay, and here's when I show you the goofy part. It's going to pop up, and it's going to say this. You're going to push this Save Preferences here on the bottom. And then you're just going to go up here to this Find a Book. And it's going to be right where you need it. Okay, we'll use this next week. Okay, I'm going to go back to our slideshow here real quick. And just review with 3 questions. Okay, so in class I always do, if you get them right, you get a piece of candy. But I just want you to review, and then if I see you, I got to send you something, I'll send some candy for you, okay? Just remind me. Okay, so review question. How many minutes do you need to do on software every day? Of course, except the weekend, so every day of school. If you said 20, you are correct. 20 minutes of software every day of school. Number 2, true or false? Software questions are graded. True. Almost all the questions you're going to do the first time through are going to be graded, so you really want to do your best. Okay? And our last question, true or false? If you are stuck on software, there is nowhere to find extra help. False. Okay. Reminder, there's those 3 videos. There's the slideshow. Okay. If anything else gets stuck, I want to show you 2 other things that you can do if it's not working for some reason. And that might just be some tech things. Okay, so let me show you 2 things that I've already found. You can, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go into my settings. And I'm going to go down to that Read 180 app right here, and I'm going to go to the microphone, and you have to allow it. Okay, so if it's not allowed, make sure it's allowed. Okay, the other thing you might notice at some point, because I was using my daughter's account on student Wi-Fi here at school, and yours might be different at home. But if you go to sounds, you want to make sure that, see, it says lock sound here at the bottom. You want to make sure it's not locked. Okay? So make sure that those sounds are there. The other thing that some teachers have said with iPads that I've worked with is that you can turn the iPad off. Turn it off and try it again. Disconnect from Wi-Fi if you need to. Okay, just a couple tips. Okay, if you've tried a lot of those things, please reach out and let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help you. Okay, I hope you all are doing well. Stay safe. Bye.